Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rosita Rahim, and I am from the fifth semester of English Department AIM Parepare. Well, for today, in this video, I would like to practice about the consonant sounds, and maybe there are several 6 sounds that I will practice for in this video. Well, without any further ado, let's get started the video. The first sounds is between P and B. B. Well, to make the sound P or P, our lips together firmly. It means that the upper lip and the lower lip is touching, and then this sounds is not a voice, just like this. Example, maybe you can see the picture to make these sounds. This is the picture, and then the example is pay, 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 pit, and play, play. The next is sounds B. But before we are going to the sounds B, B or B, the practice for mastery and the sounds P or P, we can say P, yeah, is please prepare the pizza for the party. Please prepare the pizza for the party. Well, next is the sounds B. Actually, these sounds P and B is same ways to produce. That is our lips, our upper lips and our lower lips is touching, but the sounds B is voice. The different between P just now, that the P is not voice and the B is voice. You can see the picture, look at, and then example is bag, bulb, breed. The practice for mastery is the buzzers and bulbs are about the lamp. The buzzers and the bulbs are about to lamp. And the next sounds, and the next sounds is T and D. Well, the sound T is it's our tongue against to the alveolar ridge, then release the air, and this sound T is not voice like a P before, but the production is different. In the sound T, our tongue is chained to the alveolar ridge like this. T, T. And the example is tanned. You can see the example and the picture is this is T to make the sound T. This is tanned, tree, and twin. Well, next practice for mastery for the sounds T is where is this is two students top up the apartment. Two students tore up the apartment. And the next is introduction the sounds D. Actually this is same, but yeah, the place of the tip of tongue on the alveolar ridge and the sounds is voice D. Example, Example, but before we go into the example, I will show you the picture for the sounds D. The example is they, dash, and drive. Drive. Deep, they, do, or dash, and drive. Practice for mastery is like Dan drove us around before dinner. Dan drove us around before dinner. And the next sounds is the sounds k and g. K and g. The sounds k is the back tongue is go to the volume. The back tongue is go to the volume. And this sounds is voiceless sounds, not voice. Example, look at the picture. The example is cat, cost, and clean. The next practice for mastery is about can you cut the cake for me? Can you cut the cake for me? And the introduction, the sounds k, g, k, and g. These sounds, our tongue is also go to the volume, and then we replace it with voice sounds. It's mean the sounds g is voice and the k is not voice. Example, look at the picture of sounds g. The example is game, egg, and gosh. Game, egg, and gosh. Well, practice for mystery as a go get your grandmother's glasses. Go get your grandmother's glasses. And the next is the sounds V and V. V and V. Look at the picture of sounds V, V, or V, V, V. This sounds V is our top teeth firmly on the inside of the bottom lip. Well, example is while, food, and after. Fall, food, and after. Practice for mastery is Freddy found fresh flower for his friends. Freddy found fresh flower for his friends. This one. And the next is the sounds V. To make the sounds V, place the upper teeth against the inside of the lower lips like this. Look at the picture, and the example is save, vote, and ever. The practice for mastery is about this one. Evelyn arrived in evening gloves at 11. Evelyn arrived in evening gloves at 11. Well, the next is the sounds ch, and j, ch, and j. This is the sounds of ch. The sounds ch is our center of tongue on the palate, and the sounds is voiceless. Example, change, lunch, and catch. Practice for mastery is the teacher chose China's checkers for the children's. The teacher chose China's checkers for the children's. And then the sounds j, j, j. This sound is voice. It sounds like the centers of the tongue against to the palate, but this sounds is voice, different with cha, it's not sounds. Look at the picture about sounds j, and the example is jam, jazz, and major. And then the example for mastery is I want you to come to my graduation. I want you to come to my graduation. The next is about sound sha and z. Sound sha is touch the palate with the sides of the tongue and release the air slowly through the passageway from the down center. Sha, the picture. Example is sugar, sure, and issue. Practice for mastery is don't mention her anxious expression. Don't mention her anxious expressions. Next, it's the last sounds is z, z, z. To make these sounds, touch your plate with the sides of your tongue. Look at the picture of sounds, yeah. And example is azure, measure, and garage. Practice for mastery is they usually watch television for pleasure. They usually watch television for pleasure. Well, that's all my video. Thank you for watching and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.